If you want to be a part of our live Ask Me Anything, where you ask Stephen Pope, that's me, a question live on camera, join this link with StreamYard. Once you join inside of StreamYard, we can only have a maximum of 10 people in at any given time. And so you'll enter into our private chat and say, hey, I want to ask Stephen about this. I want to ask him about PPC, SEO design, catalog troubles, whatever it might be. I then will select your question and add you into my stream. After we finish our conversation, I'll remove you from the stream and you can continue watching here on YouTube. We want to rotate through as many people as possible and offer a format that's never been done before. Basically, it's like the radio. When somebody calls up, asks their question, they go on the air, and they do the next interview side by side. I want to be able to talk to as many Amazon sellers as possible because I love talking to Amazon sellers. So that's why we brought this StreamYard format along. So again, just log in with a link in StreamYard. We'll have that link at the top of this video here in the comment section. If you want to be alerted about the link to join StreamYard or you want to be alerted about other Amazon news, go over to myamazonguy.com/subscribe. Put your email address in right here. That's our newsletter. We reach thousands of Amazon sellers and virtual assistants and everybody that wants to learn about things that are happening in the Amazon space. And as a heads up, if you join the StreamYard and don't ask a question in the chat within 2 minutes, we're going to remove you because we're capped with the number of people that can join the StreamYard. So if you just want to watch, you don't want to ask a question on camera, just watch here at YouTube, youtube.com/myamazonguy. If you want to be a part of our live Ask Me Anything, where you ask Stephen Pope, that's me, a question live on camera, join this link with StreamYard. Once you join inside of StreamYard, we can only have a maximum of 10 people in at any given time. And so you'll enter into our private chat and say, hey, I want to ask Stephen about this. I want to ask him about PPC, SEO design, catalog troubles, whatever it might be. I then will select your question and add you into my stream. After we finish our conversation, I'll remove you from the stream and you can continue watching here on YouTube. We want to rotate through as many people as possible and offer a format that's never been done before. Basically, it's like the radio. When somebody calls up, asks their question, they go on the air, and they do the next interview side by side. I want to be able to talk to as many Amazon sellers as possible because I love talking to Amazon sellers. So that's why we brought this StreamYard format along. So again, just log in with a link in StreamYard. We'll have that link at the top of this video here in the comment section. If you want to be alerted about the link to join StreamYard or you want to be alerted about other Amazon news, go over to myamazonguy.com/subscribe and put your email address in right here. That's our newsletter. We reach thousands of Amazon sellers and virtual assistants and everybody that wants to learn about things that are happening in the Amazon space. And as a heads up, if you join the StreamYard and don't ask a question in the chat within 2 minutes, we're going to remove you because we're capped with the number of people that can join the StreamYard. So if you just want to watch, you don't want to ask a question on camera, just watch here at YouTube, youtube.com/myamazonguy. Hello, welcome to the My Amazon Guy podcast. My name is Stephen Pope, and I'm your host. And every Thursday at noon, I get asked questions by the Amazon community live on camera, where you can come in. It's like a radio show, and we bring in guests. So we've got about 4 guests behind the scenes ready to go and queued up. If you want to ask a question today, please join us on our StreamYard link. The link is at the top of the video description, as well as it's in the comments as well. And with that, we're going to jump in. But before we do that, did you guys see that the March update? Oh my goodness, it's going to be bidding auctions to get storage space at Amazon as early as March. It's like logistics is having a baby with PPC. I can't believe my mind. Watch the video I posted yesterday to catch up on that if you haven't done that yet. Wow, a lot of changes. It's a weird world in 2023. All right, so we're going to jump in with some of our guests that we got behind the scenes. We're going to start with Eddie here, and then we're going to go to Jeff. Eddie, welcome to the My Amazon Guy show.
Hi, Stephen. Thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much for everything you do for us. You know what?
You're very welcome.
I know most likely this is I understand that video time is really precious, but I don't know how many times people have told you, how good or all the benefits that you do for us. Just so you know, I mean, you know what you've done. My first A+ content bullets and all that stuff. Your company has done that for me, and we are working.
Thank you for being a customer. One. Thank you.
Yeah, we are working on the second one, and my question for you right now, and I understand all the people waiting for us after me. I don't want to extend this like too much. If you could just please guide me on how to look at PPC. My question has to do with PPC.
Okay.
How to, I understand this. I gotta go to campaign manager, choose a campaign, and if you can tell me how to look at the keywords, what keywords are working, what keywords can I negate, and what do I do there just to keep an eye on PPC? I only have one campaign working on right now.
Okay. Are you willing to share your screen? I'd love to.
Time, of course.
Perfect. If you can do that, we'll do a session where we go into your account and we will make a new campaign for you today. How's that sound?
It sounds awesome.
Okay. So in the bottom middle, you can hit that present button and then share your screen. And then I will give you a couple of things that you can action today. So Eddie, what I'm hearing from you is you're in more of the beginning stages of PPC. Do I have that correct? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So the tips that we'll give today will focus on that. So if you're a beginner in PPC, this is going to be a great clip for you. Eddie, I don't see you sharing your screen quite yet. Do you see the present button?
I got you.
Okay. And then we're going to go to the campaign manager. So while Eddie's pulling that up, there's a few different types of recommendations I'm going to probably be making today. The first is to make sure an auto campaign is up. A lot of people really underrate the power of an auto campaign. Many people misuse them as well. They think, oh, I'm going to build an auto campaign and then I'm going to discover some keywords and then I'm going to turn around and then negate those keywords and then put them into an exact match campaign. And I believe that's not the best use of an auto campaign. I believe that an auto campaign is going to be good in perpetuity. Its power is not just for keyword discovery, but it's actually effective ACoS delivery. And a lot of people don't realize that the exact match PPC is at an all-time high on cost right now. So even if you're an advanced seller and you've been doing exact match campaigns all over the place, if you don't have an auto campaign built and running on every single SKU in your catalog, you are missing out because there's just such an overwhelming opportunity to have an auto campaign for every SKU. And the larger your catalog is, one of my favorite PPC hacks is to create one auto campaign for every SKU in the catalog with a 5-cent bid and like a $1 budget. So if you've got 1,000 SKUs in your system, you could create 1,000 ad groups with 5-cent bid on an auto campaign and $1 per ad group on a campaign budget with like $100 a day, and you will see phenomenal results, justifying the strategy. And it's super easy to set that up with a template. All right. So Eddie, I still don't see a screen share. So might be off the table on screen share today.
You know what? I guess I need to give you permission.
Use mine then.
If I give you permission to look at the screen, I need to make a change on. I am using a Macintosh. And so
all good. No worries.
I may lose the connection.
We'll do it next time. Yes. So this is my own account. I have personally spent $500,000 of my own money on advertising with $1 million in results at a 45% ACoS, which is okay for my category. And everybody always fixates on ACoS. And I really don't feel like that fixation is appropriate. But when you're first starting out, it's hard to know what else to focus on. So what I would say is you need sales to get sales. It's okay to have a high ACoS when you're first starting out to see some of that delivery. We had a record December. We had over $150,000 just off ads in the December timeframe. And it looks like we spent about $48,000 in ads last month. All right. So if we're going to talk about campaign creation, there are a lot of new ways to advertise and to hit new campaigns. But when you're first starting out, almost all of your entire budget needs to come under sponsored products. Do not do display until you're spending $10,000 a month on ads. Sponsored brands has some video ads, which you could do day one, but typically it's really hard to understand how to get that set up right. So it can be done, but it's generally not. So you're going to spend all of your money on sponsored products and do that. I frequently will get asked, like, how soon until I should hire help to help me with ads? And it's generally about $4,000. Until you spend $4,000 a month, you'd be better off wasting your own dollars figuring this out. So how much are you spending per month right now, Eddie?
Oh, like $40.
$40. All right. So we're at super beginning stage on spend. So if we were going to look at a new product, so let's go in my catalog. Let me think about what's on my mind right now. We'll try this damsel soap. Okay. So this is the product we're looking at. So it's got 700 reviews. We're in more of the maturity phase with this product, but it's on screen, so we're going to roll with it. So you choose the product like this. You can set up an automatic targeting, set up the bid, and hit save. So do you have an auto campaign built yet?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. The way that you manage an auto campaign, though, is really important. So we'll come back to that. The second thing I'm going to show you, though, is the manual targeting. So when you do this, I like to look at some of the keywords they suggest. I also like to look at my top competitors in Helium 10 and see what their data shows and like what they're advertising on. And then after all is said and done, I recommend that you have 1 to 5 keywords per campaign. And the most important one is going to be the power keyword. So for this one, we're going to think about like, what's the power keyword for this listing that's going to get it off the ground when you're first starting out? And it's probably going to be something along the lines of artisan soap for women. So I'm going to do a broad match artisan soap. And before I hit enter, I'm going to see what comes up like this. And you see there's some autocompletes. Artisan soaps for women, broad match, add keyword. Going to look at the bid. It's at 94 cents. And this is going to be a really, really important keyword. Now, I've got an impression share of about 25%, which is pretty good. So if we go look up this keyword right now, I'm probably already advertising on it. So let's go check that out. I'm in slot number 1 already. That's me. I'm in slot 2 and 3 and 4. Wow. I have all 4 slots. Not every day you see an ad, all 4 slots. And I'm in organic slot 1 and organic slot 5. So I'm already dominating this, which is kind of the point, right? Like I wasn't expecting that, by the way. This was not a planned event. I picked a product at random, and then I was like, what could be the power keyword for this listing? Artisan soaps for women. If I spent $3,000 on this one keyword in the first 30 days of product launch, that would be a good use of money. I would then hit launch campaign and be off to the races. And then, of course, you check on it. By having a single keyword, broad match, power keyword, this is how I got my, so if we go to this, I don't want to click that ad. I don't want to charge myself $1 right now. Let's go over. But if we go to one of my best launches I've ever done, it's this product right here. In the first 30 days, I did $144,000 and spent $11,000 on ads. $5,000 of that was used the strategy I just talked about, which is one single broad match keyword with $5,000 in ad spend. That keyword was gifts for mom. So Eddie, I want you for your homework. I want you to pick one power keyword that you're going to spend, and you're going to do a single keyword broad match campaign with as much money as you can and get that listing off the ground. Your ACoS on this keyword will be bad, by the way. But the reason you should do it is because it will index your product faster than any other methodology. And then you will get 3 sales in SEO for every 1 in PPC over 6 months. Mm-hmm. All right. So Eddie, hopefully those were a couple good tips. I know I mentioned I was going to come back to auto campaigns. So I'll just finish with this. Make sure when you have an auto campaign, you check it once a week, go to the search terms tab, and negate keywords that don't make sense. So if you're selling a beer glass and you start seeing keywords that show up with plastic, acrylic, steel, unbreakable, go ahead and negate those out. The auto campaign about 6 weeks in will be your best performing ACoS campaign, almost 7 out of 10 times, about somewhere around there.
All right.
Thank you so much. Eddie, to get you started.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Eddie, the last thing I'm going to do for you is because you came on and asked me a question live, I'm going to give you a free promo code to our mag school course for PPC. That's over at mag-school.com. All I need you to do, Eddie, is just send me an email to podcast@myamazonguy.com, and I will email that promo code after our show today. And for those that don't know, we have courses over at Mag School, and it covers things like we just did here today. And you can get courses for $10 to $20. We also just launched our new Amazon Selling Tips book, which hit the #1 new release for SEO on Amazon, which was really cool to see. And you guys can pick up that book as well. But we got courses on everything imaginable, from premium content, PPC, logistics, the new logistics course, by the way, launching on Amazon. That's probably be another good one for you too, as well, Eddie. But the one that I'm going to give you today is the PPC course. That'll help you out. All right. So Eddie, thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Steven.
All right. We'll see you later, Eddie. So our next guest is Jeff. Jeff, you're like a stalwart of the show, man. It's always good to see you. I love seeing your LinkedIn posts on Sunday with your pout face, and it's always great. You're on mute, by the way. Well, and after Jeff, we're going to have Gabriel, and then For the Love of Canada is coming on after that. And then we'll get, we got a few other guests behind the scenes. If you guys want to ask a question today, join that StreamYard. Live questions on camera are going to be prioritized today. Mr. Jeff, with the Yoda voice, how can I do you today?
Well, this is going to be kind of a complex one, so don't, cut me off if you need to.
Okay.
I work with a brand
today on this one
that you've worked with before, Millennium Chess. We bought
I believe that is a Millennium Chess set behind me. I could be wrong on that.
No, that's the one. We bought a brand called AnyBook, and it's a pen reader where you scan over the top of text, and it'll read the text out to you. And if you scan over text in English and you want it to read it to you in French, it'll read it to you in French.
So AI technology is so freaking cool.
It's insane. So it's great for kids. It's great for moms. It's great for teachers. We bought everything from a company called Franklin Electronics, who originated it. Okay. So we went and said, we want to own this product. So they sold it to us. We have all the paperwork showing the bill of sale. When I go in to try to do anything on that listing, Amazon won't let me. And they said, only the owner can do it. So can I share screen for a second and show you what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And have you taken brand registry ownership yet?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Have you released it from the original account?
We own... let me go back.
You own the physical account? I know you're working on screen share, and I'm asking you questions.
I'm going to screen share right now.
Bottom middle present button.
Okay, share screen. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Not yet. I don't see the present show up.
All right, let me show you this one. Here we go.
Well, okay, there we go. Now I see it.
Okay.
All
So,
right, so
this is the original product. It's a great product. It was owned and created by Franklin Electronics. We bought this product. So when you go into Amazon and you click on, here's our listing.
Your screen size on width is, Jeff, I have to say, is impressive, by the way.
You need a 49-inch monitor, my friend. I'm telling you right now.
The bad news is nobody can read what we're looking at, just so you know.
All right,
but go ahead. We'll theoretically be with you in spirit.
How about that?
That's super helpful. All right.
Okay, so here's the product. We have it FBA, we have it FBM, we have product in stock. When you click on it, here's what the listing looks like.
So needs some love.
No thumbnails.
Okay.
And it says visit the Franklin Sports Store, which has nothing to do with Franklin.
Go back to Seller Central and let's hit edit on the back end.
Okay. I did.
I already know what the problem is.
I've responded to this case 15 times.
Here's the solution to your problem. The UPC is not loaded. Go to the vital info. Do you see how in that product ID field, the ASIN is loaded?
Right.
Do a template file upload. Download. By the way, you can do a backup first. Okay. Do a CLR backup, catalog listings report backup. And for those that are watching this and you've never done a backup of your catalog before, do it today. Go to Google, type in backup catalog, my Amazon guy, follow that video. Okay. Then after you back up the catalog, change that one field, two fields technically. You're going to change the ASIN to the UPC, and you're going to classify it as a UPC in 2 columns. Reload that file. There is a 90% chance that doing this one change will fix your problem, Jeff.
I am in the 10% because I did all the things.
But the UPC doesn't show up here.
Huh? Here's what will happen. See where it says Franklin Sports right here? Watch what happens when I try to change it in any book, because I got the same message when I did the catalog update.
So
It
on the
says
catalog update, only change the UPC.
that's what I did.
Okay.
So
now do you
I
see how
used
the
this UPC right here?
Yeah, is that the wrong one?
No, that's the right one.
Okay. Load that.
I did.
Okay. But it doesn't show up in the field right here. Do you see how it's showing the ASIN still?
Right. So when I went back to try to take this product ID and change it from ASIN to UPC,
yes,
I still got a similar message to this one.
But Jeff, I want to delineate here. Make sure you only change the UPC field and nothing else. Don't try and change the brand at the same time. Make sense?
One at a time. Now, here's the other weird thing. If you look at our listing in Germany, here's our listing in Germany. I run this listing.
I bet you if we go over to the German account, the UPC is loaded.
You might be right about that. This is what I want it to look like, and this is what it looks like.
Yeah, so you actually have two problems, not just one. Problem number one, it will be fixed by getting the UPC loaded. So when you do that template file download and then re-upload, just load the UPC and load nothing else. Don't change anything else. You can load everything, but don't change anything else and get that set. Once that happens, it'll then associate you as the seller contribution. Until you have UPC in the product ID field, you are not seen as a contributor to the listing.
Right here.
Correct. It needs to show in the field where the ASIN, the Bravo 0 is currently showing. That's step one.
Okay.
Your second problem is you're going to need to change the brand name. And what's happened is this product is associated to the wrong brand.
Right.
Now, if you don't have control over what you just highlighted there, then you need to file a lot of tickets to change the brand name and follow the brand naming change process, which is not a fun one. It's about a 7 out of 10 right now. Actually, I think I'm going to bump this up to a 9 out of 10.
It is a 9 out of 10, yes.
Last 60 days, changing a brand name has been absolute garbage. But it had been much easier in 2022.
It was, yes. It wasn't even an issue in 2022.
So after you get the UPC loaded, you're then going to do a second template file where you try and switch the brand name. That's probably going to fail. Then you're going to start filing brand registry tickets and show proof you own it, show the manufacturer's URL, show a picture of the packaging, and just escalate nonstop. And then instead of a Sunday phone call, do a Saturday phone call.
I sent them images of the product, every single side, including the UPC, the scan bar. I sent them the letter saying that we had purchased this from Franklin. They send me a templated response and refused to change from, here's what they did, just quickly. This used to say Franklin Electronics. When I did the category and listings update, they changed it and associated with Franklin Sports. Franklin Sports is a completely different company.
So
this is Franklin Sports.
You have 2 or possibly 3 problems. Solution number 1, get the UPC loaded. Start there. That's the easiest of the bag. Second thing is you need to get the right brand name to show up. And then third, you might also have a brand node ID issue. So could you do me a favor? Could you go to the Seller Central and then click on the brands and let me see the list of stores? So store drop down, if you will. Scroll to the very top left, put it on the menu cursor, on the menu hamburger menu there, and then go to stores and manage stores. So in here,
it's got my AnyBook right here.
Okay. Is that what you're trying to get it to go to?
Yes.
Okay. You need urgently to create a brand store. Okay. If you don't create a brand store, the brand node ID does not fully set up. By the way, you will never find this in a help file.
No.
You have to set up the store or you don't get full brand registry control of a listing.
Very good. That's something I have not done.
Nobody knows this, but I know it based on hundreds of troubleshooting techniques. All right, Jeff, you have some fun problems ahead of you.
Oh my
I am
God.
confident by the time you get on the phone next meeting with me, maybe not the next one, but the one after that, your problems are going to be resolved. I'm 100% confident.
All right, and look for me this week on LinkedIn on Saturday morning.
Saturday, pout pout fish. Here we go. By the way, if you have a child, they love the Pout Pout Fish book. Get that one. Pick that one up on Amazon today.
All right. Thanks, Steven. See you next time.
We'll see you, Jeff. Bye. All right. Loving help, Jeff. Jeff runs his own consulting firm, and he runs into all kinds of problems. We help him all the time. It's not me against you, other Amazon agencies. It's all of us against Amazon. I think Gabriel's next, and For the Love of Canada after that. Gabriel, I don't see a webcam, so I'm going to skip you. You have to have a webcam on for me to take you on camera today. For the Love of Canada. All right, with the Canadian flag. How are you, sir?
How you doing, Steven?
Good to see you. Thanks for being a mad customer as well.
Yeah. By the way, Jeff, if you're looking for a good brand site, go to Steven.
Thank you. Appreciate it. How can I help today?
My question is a lot of people now seem to be doing videos on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be like going out of whack, to be honest with you. Is this a good way to go?
When you say it's going out of whack, help me understand that. Do you feel like are you overwhelmed by the fact that there are videos showing up? Are you worried about how to make it?
So now if you go on Amazon, instead of having it coming down and it's maybe a third or fourth one down, it's on at least two, sometimes even three times when you're on Amazon.
So let's look at this
on the first page, by the way.
Yeah, so let's do a screen share and take a look at this.
Sure.
So if we go to Amazon, give me a keyword. You can pick any keyword you like.
I don't know.
All right, let's do artisan soaps for women, just because we were on that earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. And my ads didn't show up the whole block this time. As we scroll down, there's video one.
Right.
There's my product. Scroll down, there's my product again. Scrolling down. We did not trigger a second video, but we triggered like 5 of my listings. There's me again.
Okay.
And there's the second video. Okay, so here is an example of what you're describing. 2 video ads. Okay, so are you overwhelmed to make a video to get one shot, or what are you concerned about?
No, first of all, I think it's a good idea.
Video in the future. We're in a TikTok society.
I love the concept of doing that. Do you guys do that, or it's up to us to do it?
So we don't do any physical touching of a product, but we can edit anything. So if you grab your cell phone today and shot some video, even if it's low caliber, if it feels like it's low caliber, we can make something with that. Also, and I might even have an example. So like, yeah, this one's an example. This video right here,
right?
We'll pull down the music. This is an example of a video where no physical video was shot. This is all pure editing. So yes, we can make stuff like this, take some B-roll, and then throw on some still shots. I would say that this doesn't necessarily move the needle for a customer to purchase the product, but it absolutely is usable. And so can you use this in an ad? Yes. Here is the second video where we had an influencer do some UGC for us, user-generated content, and they unbox the product and show it. I think this is superior, but sometimes people can get a little overwhelmed about this. Okay. So whatever you want to do, whatever you can do, yes, you can get a video made like this, or use the other one that I showed like this, and then start running ads. And then basically you're trying to decide like what's going to work. Now, in the past, some video ads were really cool and you could do some cool stuff, but nowadays the rules are very set in stone and limit to what you can do. So you have to be using, you got to show the product off. You have to have the formatting correct. Certain things you can and can't do. I'm actually surprised they let them use the text like that, to be totally honest. So so just keep some of that in mind. But overall, yeah, get some raw footage, or if you want us to edit a video together, I think we can make that happen for you.
Okay. And when it comes to the videos, obviously you have to pay for them to get them on Amazon, right?
Yes and no. So let me give you the examples of all the locations that you can put a video. Okay. So if we go, let me get the right screen share up. So to put a video here in search, that will cost you every time you get somebody to click it. Okay. So that's PPC, that's sponsor brand video.
Okay.
Now, if we go to this, where we have the video here, this is free. This is part of brand registry. So video slot number 1 right here, free brand registry. Everything else I'm going to tell you is also free. Okay. In A+ content, which I don't have this example, I don't have a video in this particular one. Let me see if I can find one real quick. I'm trying to remember which one I have a video in. I think it's this one. Let's go to this one. And as I scroll down to A+ content, do we have a video here? Yes, I do. So this one, do you see I have a video inside of the A+ content?
Mm-hmm.
So this is an unboxing video. We'll let that play out. So this is an unboxing video that my wife shot. And we're just showcasing the products to show like what a consumer is going to receive. So this is in what's called premium A+ content. And you can see video inside it. That is free as well. That did not used to be free. You used to have to pay like $100,000 to Amazon to get that.
Wow.
These slots down here, that's the social posts. Those are free, not video. This video slot here, this is loaded by customer. See how you can see upload your video. That's free.
Okay.
And then finally, this is my hack for you guys today. Here's your 5-minute hack. Did you guys know that you can answer customer questions with video? So when you click on this, you can actually load a video to answer customer questions. You can still write out the answer as well, but simply load the video. And here we just had somebody digitally answer the question while screen sharing the listing, which is probably not an ideal way to do it. The way that I would do it, and I actually had my warehouse working on this yesterday, is to showcase the product physically in front of you. Right. So if I grab my box right now. So this product that I sell, let's say you ask me a question about it. You say, hey, how many things come in the box? Well, hi there. I'd love to show you how many things come in the box. So it comes with a card like this. You get some fluffy things. Maybe you're losing some hair and you want to put some hair on. You can do that. It comes in the box. I know you can relate, right? It comes with a lotion. Comes with a tumbler, and see how I'm showing every single product, touching and feeling it and smelling it and selling it without selling it. This smells really good. This is the raspberry vanilla. Take a look at that. That comes in the box as well. And it comes with a bath bomb, right? So you can relax after your hard day. And this is just it's a really sturdy box it comes in, right? So you guys get the idea. So if you answer questions, which by the way, you can plan a couple questions if you like onto your listing, you're going to get some good results. So do I recommend investing in video? Yes. Is it a lot of work? Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Thanks for coming on. And
Great.
I love Canada. I know everybody else does too. So thank you, sir. We'll see you next time. Feel free to continue watching behind the scenes on YouTube. I think our next guest is Gabriel, and then I'll figure out where we are in the queue here. Gabriel, welcome to the show.
Hi.
I don't have any. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Go ahead. How can I help?
We have about 50 ASINs under our list. Actually, a lot more, and we probably get the majority of our sales to about 20 to 25 of those. We are selling about 15 of those under our brand. We just got brand approved. We stay pretty consistent with our sales throughout the year. We don't do sponsored ads because we're in the book section. We sell Bibles, and Amazon told me that we don't qualify to do PPC stuff. So everything's just.
Yep. Okay, and you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
So how can I help today? What? Yeah, connection might be a little rough, Gabriel.
About 2 to 3 times a month, we get a spike in sales to about double, and I'm not sure why it's happening. Is that just like an algo thing happening with Amazon. They're just kind of giving us a freebie.
I don't think Amazon will ever give you a freebie. But what could be happening here is somebody could be posting a link to your product online somewhere. So what kind of spike are we talking? How big of a spike?
To about double, close to double.
Double the sales. Okay. And can you give me some, like, is it always the same day of the week? Is it random? Is it Mondays and Sundays?
Early on when this started happening, I would notice that it was happening on Sundays, but within the last 2 months, it's just random. Maybe somewhere in the middle of the month, kind of closer to the middle of the month.
All right. So does your target customer have a buying pattern? Like, so if you sell Bibles, do they sell more on Sundays? That may make sense. I don't know. But if you're saying it's random, a little harder to read. But how much quantity are we talking? Are we talking 100 units, 200 units, spikes? What kind of quantity?
We sell, let me see.
Estimate's fine.
I would probably say maybe from like 50 products to maybe 100 products.
Okay, so it's a substantial spike, and it's got a high quantity and differential. So it's going to be really difficult for me to speculate how this is happening. But what I would do, this is how I would diagnose it if I were you. I would look at your keyword rankings, and I would also look at your brand analytics. Now, if you don't know how to do this, you can go to brand analytics, and I'll share my screen to showcase this. You can go to the top left of Seller Central and click on this hamburger menu right here. Go to brands, brand analytics. And when you go to the brand analytics, you're going to notice that you can see a lot of data on a weekly basis. So what I would do if I were you, Gabriel, is look at the week-to-week reports and see if the search query volume is going up and down. If it's going up, that would be the answer. You have a trend, and it's not you, it's the customer. If you go in here and the search volume is the same, then the next thing I would look at is how is your brand share of that? If you look at it and you see that your click-through rate is 21%, and during that 1 week it goes to 50%, then you know it's an algorithm thing. If you scroll to the right and you notice that you're spiking with conversion, then you know there's just all of a sudden the consumers are more likely to purchase it on those specific days. And it'll be under the add to carts or the purchases. This is the ICAP marketing funnel, as I like to call it. ICAP, impressions, clicks, add to carts, and purchases. This is the first thing I would do, Gabriel, to diagnose your issue. So I would look at the week-to-week data from the search query performance report inside of brand analytics. Did I give you a lead?
Okay, yeah.
Let me know how that goes.
Okay, will do. Thank you very much.
All right, sounds good, Gabriel. Feel free to report back and let us know how that goes. Thanks for coming on the show today. All right, so I'm not sure where we are on the order of who was here. Geraldine, are we going to Ricali next? Is he next? I don't see him on the back. All right, let's go to Ruslan. Hello, little backlit.
Hi, man. Yeah, I'm a little bit in the shadow here. Yeah,
right.
maybe like this.
Yeah, we're doing an undercover interview, and you don't want to release your identity. I understand.
Yeah,
how can I help today?
My identity. So we started this new ASIN with a product we have, but just in another, another size. So and I create like bullet points. It's kind of length 250 to 170. And after 2 months, I started checking, and let's say one listing, it have like when you check in with ASIN and who bullet point in the search term, like you see that it's shown with like one result and like orange your ASIN and all the bullet points, and it shows fine, but one of bullet points not. And I try to just rewrite it and then check up. No, it's the single product. So I just try to rewrite it and single product. Okay. I try to rewrite it and it works, but then I find out that the other bullet have the same issue, and he didn't have this issue like 2 weeks ago. I checked it. So it's like Amazon just suppress my bullets because they're too long or something. Do you know about it? Something like that? Maybe notice.
Okay, so the bullets not showing up could be one of two reasons in my mind. Reason number one, you have a parent overriding a child. So there's no parentage.
No.
Okay, so that's out. Second thing I would look at, can you go to the inventory page, just like we did with Jeff earlier in this video? Is the UPC loaded to the back end in the GTIN field? Or does it show ASIN? Okay. Do you have brand registry?
UPC. Yes, UPC,
okay.
brand registry.
And is the data loaded to the back end, but just not reflecting on the front end?
No, just bullet issues. I mean,
right.
Is it a big deal that it's not shown? Because all the keywords from the bullet, they shown fine. All the bullets keywords are shown fine. It's not. It's just an issue with a whole bullet.
So part of the bullet's not showing up.
No, whole.
The whole bullet.
Whole bullet when you try to index it with the ASIN and the search term.
All right, so here's what I would do to diagnose your problem. Do you know how to download a CLR report, a catalog listings report?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, download that. If the full bullet is present there, then you have a retail contribution issue where Amazon is overriding your data. If it's not in the catalog listings reports, then fill it in and reload it, and it might fix your problem. So that's where I would start with your issue. So hopefully that gives you a lead. Let me know how it goes. Feel free to report back and let us know.
Yeah, when I start to rewrite it, I just find out that it's kind of something like a stop word there. When you try to search it with a part of ASIN, huge part of bullets with the ASIN, it's defined. But when you start searching with some words adding to that, and it's just some words like +1 to the left, and it stopped. And I thought when I just delete it works, and it worked. But then it's just turned off my other bullet somehow. Well, okay, thanks.
So that's the first thing I would do is download the category listings report to see if it's showing up in the data. But yeah, it's pretty unusual to have part of a bullet not show up. That is an unusual thing. So Ruslan, let me know how the category listings report download goes. And then I'm happy to bring you back next week and let's see what happens. Sound like a plan?
Sure, thank you.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you then. Arslan, you're next. Hey again, welcome back.
Hi, Steven. How are you? How is
I'm doing good. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you. Steven, I have 3 of questions, and I thought I should ask you. First of all, I was doing a reverse ASIN on, I think so, a product of a dog nail clipper. And when I did the reverse ASIN, and what do you say about the SEO, that after in the third stage that you have to use the strike zone keywords in your listings in the back end, in the title, bullet points, and the EBC content. The thing is that the Cerebro is showing us that, for example, I was searching out just ASIN before starting of your stream. I was searching an ASIN. This Helium was showing us on the 29 organic rank. And when I open up that keyword, I searched around about 6 pages. Our product was not, it didn't show up. And it's not for the first product. I have been seeing this for, I think so, 12 to 12 products, ASINs. So what do you say about this? Because as we know that your company's SEO mostly depend on Helium 10 results. Okay.
Yep. So we know that Helium 10's data is not necessarily the most accurate. That's a fact. Okay. Yep. And the regional results can be different. Are you willing to share the keyword and let me test it live?
Okay. You can search the keyword dog nail clipper. I can share my screen as well if you want.
All right. So I'm going to start us off here and we may go to you. So you said dog toenail clipper. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And if you'd like, Let me know if we see your products. So
Okay, just let me open up
Amazon
the-
or Helium 10 said that you were in rank 29. Is that right?
Yes.
So you would theoretically.
Yes, it's above product. Can you scroll up? Yes, the second one, the bestseller.
Okay, so this one right
It was
there.
just a random search,
So this is sponsored though. So this is an ad. So
Okay.
now we've got your Sogonic, right? So we're
Okay.
going to search that. Here it shows up in the editorials. That's not an organic result either. And here, this is, I think that's a different product, is it not?
Yes,
Is that
it's a different product.
Okay. All right. So you are indexing on this keyword and ads are showing up. That's good. But this particular product
Okay.
did not show up on page 1. So if we grab this ASIN, let's just do a quick test. We're going to search the ASIN. ASIN shows up. That's good. That means it's not suppressed.
Yes, I know.
Okay? This is a test for a hidden suppression. No tool can do this test, by the way. So you have to do it manually. Okay. Huge products, lots of ratings, looks very, very good. And Helium 10's data is not accurate. So let's go back to the keyword in that we were looking at.
Please type the keyword dog perfume. The Helium was showing the 29 rank of this product.
Dog perfume?
I know it's not a related product. It's not a related keyword, sorry. But Helium was showing that our products is ranked at 29 organically, but you can say I have searched around 6 pages. There's not product.
Yeah. So I like to use Cerebro for SEO phase 3. And as you can see, it's not even on page 2 there. But what's superior to Helium 10's data is the brand analytics data directly from Amazon. Now, what Amazon doesn't give you, though, is the actual rank, right?
Okay.
So that's why we still use a third-party tool. SEO phase 4, when we use the market share SEO phase, is very valuable because it uses direct data.
Okay.
Now, what's deficient in this phase, which is why we still have SEO phase 3, the strike zone update, is there's not rankings in here. So bottom line is this: is it valuable for you to know that you need to focus and rank better for dog toenail clipper? And the answer is yes. You need to focus on that keyword
because it's the main keyword.
So if we go to the front page, there's not a single exact match for this keyword anywhere on the listing. So what should you do?
We should add it in the title because it's the main keyword,
Should add it in the title and as many
should
locations.
The bullets point as well because they are not up to the mark, as you know. And we should also add this keyword in the alt text and the backend search terms. And
I know you're a super fan because you just gave the speech, man. Well done. So bottom line is this summary of what we just talked about. Helium 10 data is directional.
Yes.
It is not the Bible. It is not the gospel. It's not the Quran. It's not the be all end all. It is directional. So you do know, and by the way, the other thing I would do is I would add it to physical tracking. So if you were the brand can pay to track this keyword, I would highly recommend it. Right? So inside of the Helium 10 tool, you can actually physically add it as a track keyword. And then you can see if it's going up and down. And that will be more accurate than Cerebro polling it. Okay. But at the end of the day, the principles that I teach in SEO phase 3, where you want to increase your rank on this keyword, still apply, even if Helium 10's data is inaccurate. Okay. This keyword is important. You need to work on it. You need to add exact matches to the listing and the title, the bullets, the alt text, the copy and the A+ content, wherever you can. Maybe even plan a question from a consumer. There's lots of things you can do to get the keyword onto the listing. So your path is still the same regardless.
Okay. And I have one more question, Steven.
Yep, sneak it in.
The thing is that I hope so you have heard about Brendan Young. He is a seller system master and he's a private label seller for the past 6 years.
Brandon Young is very well respected in the community.
Okay. Last year he launched a tool known as Data Dive, and whenever I'm trying to search any problem related to Amazon on YouTube, your video pops up because I regularly watch your streams, your videos, and I'm as a learner. I'm learning in this ecosystem. I always like your line. It's not against us. It's all of us against Amazon.
Yes.
So I was
Yes.
just waiting for your video on the data dive, and when you're going to make that specific video. So how are you going to use that tool in your, for example, you do have current clients, and
We do use
when,
it.
okay.
And I think we have done a video on data dive, but I'm looking at my back end and nothing is labeled as data dive. So what I need to do is do a bigger video on data dive. So your wish is my command, sir. I will get one made.
Okay, and last question. Sorry for taking so much time, and the other people.
You got super fan status. You've earned it. Go ahead.
Okay. Steven, the thing is that I applied. I know that is a side question, but I think so. I should ask you. I applied as a brand manager internee in your company. I have all the knowledge related to private label, Amazon, but the thing is that I am lacking in the experience. So I applied for it, and I think so. Your team misunderstood my CV, and they related it to the as a they thought that I applied as a professional, as a specialist.
What's your last name, Arslan?
It's Arslan Rashid.
Spell the first 3 letters for me.
Arslan.
Well, that's the first name. What's the last name?
Rashed.
Okay, Rashid. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, so let me look at your culture index. Okay, so here is why
I'm very hungry. I just want to tell you about something about me. I'm 20 years old. I'm a very young. I have been in this ecosystem for the past 3 years, and a very hunger, you can say, employee, willing to learn everything. And my learning speed is that you can say that it's
so
a very.
So I know why my team didn't proceed with you.
Okay.
You are a high drive individual. There's no question about it. You're coming on stream saying, hey, give me a job. There is no question you have high drive, right?
Okay.
You're also extroverted. You care what other people think about you. You're socially driven and you're eager. No question about it. We tend to hire highly detail oriented individuals.
Okay.
You are more of a big picture person.
Okay.
And the job will stress you out.
The thing is that I like to be under stress. If more stress is given on me, I will proceed the task as soon as possible and as efficiently as possible.
So, although I know in the first 90 days you would be ecstatic, by day 90 you would hate this job. and we have 50,000 data points on this. 52,000 people applied to MAG in the last 12 months.
Yes, I just read your post today.
So I know that the way that my ecosystem is built up, you would be happy except in this one spot. And this one spot you would be so miserable because the amount of detail work that we require and the accuracy and the conformity, it's not a good culture fit for you. Having said that, I guarantee you somebody watching this stream is like, I will hire Arslan. That dude knows everything Steven preaches. There's going to be somebody that's going to find you to be a good fit. So if you haven't, make sure you open up your application on sellercentraljobs.com. Somebody's going to pick you up. It's not going to be me, even though I freaking love you, man. I know that you won't be happy working for me 90 days from now, but I do know that somebody is looking for what you have to offer. I guarantee it.
Okay. It was my dream to work with your company, and because I thought it will be a huge learning opportunity because you are the expert in the field, you and the Jason and all of your brand account managers. But I think
you honor me. Thank you.
It's okay. And thank you and have a great day.
I hope you continue to be a super fan and I hope you come back, even though I gave you a soft rejection on our session today.
It's okay.
because I want to know how your journey ends. I believe in you. And I also believe that somebody watching this believes in you as much as I do, and they're going to want what you have to offer. So Arslan, thanks for coming on, man. And you are a brave soul. Good job, man.
Have a great day. Bye.
We'll see you. Good for him. Good for him. I feel for people who take their shot, right? And he definitely took a shot. Let's pull up the next person in line. I believe we've got lots of patient guests behind the scenes here. Nathan, welcome to the My Amazon Guy show. Oh, your sound's a little wacky. Try again. Yeah, you sound like Donald Duck right now. So what we're going to do, Nathan, I'm going to pull you back behind the scenes. If you wouldn't mind, try and test your sound real quick, and we'll bring you back. Nobody can understand you. That was good. All right. So Nathan, you're in queue. We'll pull you back as soon as you tell us you're ready. Easy Stud Rack. Welcome to the show.
Howdy. Can you hear me?
I can.
Donald Duck?
You're not Donald Duck, and you're not an investigative reporter interview. We've had some interesting technical difficulties today. How can I help?
Well, I don't know if you're aware, but I hired your team to help me with
you
my
do
product.
look familiar, yes.
And you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
But now I'm putting them to the test.
All right.
If you go on the Amazon and type in Easy Stud Rack.
Let's do it. I'll present my screen here. Or if you want to screen share yourself?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay, I'll do it. All right, so we're going to type in Easy Stud Rack. No space?
No space.
Okay.
So you see right there on the results, the first one on the left says sponsored.
Yep. And this is the first organic right here.
Okay, so that one's the organic.
Yes.
Okay, so if we put Easy Stud Rack on a negative target, should it come up as sponsored?
No, it should not.
Okay.
However, I highly recommend you advertise on your brand name. So if you told my team, I don't want to advertise on my brand term, and we failed to do that for you, egg is on our face. Did that happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
No comment?
All right. Okay.
Okay. So
having said that, I highly recommend that you allow it, because even though you're going to get a couple clicks here and it's going to cost you a couple pennies, the consumer experience, they don't necessarily always click on this. They might click over here, and seeing you twice will help the consumer to know this is what they're looking for.
Okay.
It's going to push them more into your product. So having multiple, so I get this question all the time. Should I advertise if I'm SEO slot 1? Answer, 100% yes. So I have a wine glass. I'm not drinking alone. I'm social distancing. It was one of my most successful products during the pandemic for obvious reasons. And they banned it from ads. I was organic slot number 1 for the term funny wine glass. It was like slot 22 for the term wine glass. When ads got turned off, my organic slot was lost almost immediately. And so I know that SEO has a direct link to PPC. So having said that, I bet you'd probably maintain a branded term to be slot number 1, probably no problem if you turn off ads. But I believe you will lose some of the searches that, and by the way, we're talking pennies. Like, how many people actually search a brand name on Amazon? Seldom happens, right? So the amount of dollars we're talking about might be as low as $20 a month to have this slot. But for the 1 or 2 guys that do this every month, probably more than that, having the position here is extraordinarily valuable. Also, it prevents your competitors from stealing the sale, and there's other tertiary benefits.
Okay.
So I don't know if my speech is persuasive or not, but that would be our default best practice.
Okay. Second question. If you scroll down that search,
sure,
a video pops up.
There's your ad again. And let's see if we can trigger the video.
It's not my video. It's just a video.
Yep, video.
How do you get that to show up?
So that's a sponsored brand video, and we can get that done for you.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Yes. So if you have a video already made, let's see what this looks like. This video will have to be edited, but this shot right here, showing this shot, and then maybe showing your products like without the wood included. Let's see how this goes. So you have some really good shots. We could make a video ad with what you have here very easily.
Okay.
So just ask the team to do that and they'll execute it, no problem. There might be a reason that they haven't done it. Either assets might not have been good enough or spec correctly. We might have to get some assets from you. But based on what I'm seeing here, I think there's plenty.
Okay.
So
Great.
just ask, and I'll take a screenshot right now, and I'll post this over in my PPC team to make sure this gets done. Talking live to Easy Stud Rack. Make sure we get a PPC sorry, I can't type and speak at the same time. Video ad, get it up for Easy Stud Rack. All right. Okay.
Great.
Done. We'll get that in motion.
Your team's doing a wonderful job. I could not do this without you guys.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. And hope you come back. Ask me questions anytime.
All right. Have a good one.
We'll see you. All right. That was a good question. We'll try Donald Duck again. Nathan, how's it going?
Good. Is that any better?
That is so much better. Although we might have been able to pull it off, maybe, but I think this is better. Just maybe.
I had the wrong microphone set up.
Yeah, that's all right. I've had a lot of mic issues of late, so I feel you.
Okay. I have two questions. First of all, we're mainly a wholesale company, and I just recently started selling retail.
Okay.
And listing on Amazon and our own website. And I sent in 4 different sizes of our product to Amazon for FBA.
Okay.
But in the meantime, the first shipment that I sent in, 15 items, 3 of them got lost.
Yes. Welcome to selling on Amazon, where the FBA system is totally jacked up. Yes.
Right. So my question is, they gave me a sale price for one of them, like the actual selling price minus the fees. But the other two I had no sales history on Amazon, so they gave me my cost, which is a lot lower.
You should be able to request the difference. That shouldn't be a problem.
So even though I have no history on Amazon of sales, because that seems to be what they based it on.
They typically do. And the other thing you could do is just buy one product from yourself and then ask them to match that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Your situation's a little rare because they lost it on your first shipment.
Right. Yeah.
Before you even have sales off the ground. But
so I had some sales with FBM, but just not those specific sizes. So like those ASINs didn't have any history.
Yeah. And the other thing I would recommend, Nathan, is instead of trying to do all this work yourself, check out my service called My Refund Guy. And since you have less than $500 to claw back, it's pretty much free for you. And we do this. We've actually clawed back more than $2.2 million for Amazon sellers, which is an insane amount of money that Amazon should have paid sellers, but we had to ask for it. Right. Okay. And then after that first $500, we charge 25%. So plug for My Refund Guy. If anybody watching this that has Amazon losing your stuff, this is the service for you. Cancel anytime. We only get paid for things that we ticket ourselves and pull back. It is exactly built to solve your problem, Nathan. If you want to go it alone, though, just get a sale on the unit, then file for a reimbursement again. They should match it, and they'll backdate it.
Okay, thanks. That's useful. Speaking of your services, the second question is, I'm actually strongly considering using your trademark service, at least to start.
Please, I hope you do.
Get brand registered. The question is, how do they help me decide which category, or do I have to do that myself?
I would recommend suggesting one, but in the notes when you place the order, and you can order at myamazonguy.com/TM, or just click on services and go to the trademark drop down. Where is it? It's in the bottom left. And it's cost $825. We will file it within 1 business day. You can get brand registered in about 7 days on Amazon. And you ask, can we help you pick the category? And the answer is yes. You do have to fill a category in when you file the mark with us. Just simply put a note in there and say, hey, make sure this category makes sense. Now, the other thing too, if you want to send an email to trademarks@myamazonguy.com, that's our lawyer's email, and they can take a question if you want to ask the question before you file. But typically, they're heads down working on orders, so it may be a little slow on the response. But in any case, even if you get this category like not perfect, for the purposes of Amazon, it's meaningless. Basically, on Amazon, you just need to get brand registered. You'll get full control. The reason why this might matter legally to get the category correct is if you plan on enforcing this in day-to-day affairs outside of Amazon.
Right. Okay.
And then the last thing I'll mention is you can actually order more than one category. We charge an extra $500 per category. It's not needed. You do not need a second category to file for brand registry on Amazon. But if you want to sleep easy at night, you can order more than one.
Okay.
But we'll help you pick it. But I do recommend that you generally say, like, hey, I'm selling a glass. Give me something in the beer glass category. Something like that to start us. That'd be great.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
Cool. And if you want, you could share what you're selling, and I'll give you an opinion.
It's a pad. Yeah, it's a pad for area rugs.
Okay. So an accessory in the rug category, anything generically in that category, you'll probably be pretty set.
Right. So the thing is, it's also very pet related because it's got like a pet barrier attached to the back. So that's another kind of angle that we're
debating between the two categories.
Right, like pets or pet products or home or rug accessories.
Do you have a logo built?
Yeah, it's actually based around the pets. Like that's our target.
Then pet's the answer.
Yeah. Okay.
I would go pet.
Right.
Basically, whoever you feel like is your customer avatar, who's most likely to purchase it, that's where you want the trademark.
Okay.
This, by the way, this probably will never affect your business.
Right.
So
right. I understand.
Even though we're making a decision together tentatively, and we're saying go all in on pet, and I'm very confident with that recommendation. Even if we get this wrong, 3 years from now, you could file a second trademark in the other category. It really won't hurt you.
All right, thanks. And I'm also in talks with John about kind of using your service as a whole. But
John Aspinall, he's one of our sales account executives. I'll give him a shout out. I'll take a screenshot right now and let John know to watch the segment. But okay. I love John. He's been working with me for a year. He is Mag's culture. Like, he represents us.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right, you're gonna make John's day if you place that trademark order today. All right, thanks, Nathan.
Okay.
We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. It's always, today we've hit a lot of people who are customers or future customers. It's really great to have that. All right, so Jeffrey, let's see Jeffrey on the back. Jeffrey Vallon. All right. It's good to see you in the flesh.
Good to see you again, Steven. I just want to start out by thanking you. The advice you gave me about the Google suspension that I had, I followed your advice, worked perfectly. Back up.
Nice. Again. I don't even remember what I told you. Remind me.
It's okay. You did great. Anyway, it just had to do with driving Google traffic to Amazon and Google.
I remember now.
Okay, yeah, but it's fine. All good now. Question. Have a product that is essentially a kit that contains 4 supplements. It's going to be in a box, something like this. It's going to have 4 different supplements in it. One's a powder, another's a capsule. There are different sizes. So when I go to the Vital Info tab, I'm choosing that it's package quantity of 1 because it's just the 1 box.
I would recommend that.
The unit count, the size, the item form, they're all different, but I'm only able to enter 1 type in those. How do I handle a package that has 4 different items in it?
What I recommend you doing is selling this as if it's a single unit and marking everything to show it's 1 package. Right. The reason for this is because the last thing that you want is for Amazon FBA to start opening up these boxes and trying to separate them out and being like, well, Jeffrey told me we were getting 400 units, but we only received 100 boxes. Let's open these up. Because that's exactly what could happen if you mess that up, unfortunately.
So just pick capsules, even though it's got a capsule and a powder and a soft gel, and just pick 60 count, even though it's summer powder with 6 ounces, or how does that work?
That's a good question.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about resolving this question. This is the sort of question where I'd want to think about it. Mm-hmm. But is there not a category inside of a subcategory in supplements where it's not specifically 1 type? It's like a packaged good. So like if we go on to Amazon, do you have a competitor that does this?
Not off the top of my head. I haven't gotten in the research that far yet.
Okay. So if we go, let's see if I can find one. So if I share my screen and I type in supplement kit with powder and pills, And what we're trying to find is somebody that's selling multiple things,
Both things
together.
Yeah.
And coming up, maybe this.
Right. It's got a liquid and a capsule, maybe. Yeah.
I feel bad. I'm clicking the ad. But this might be a trend to look at. So if we look at this ASIN, unfortunately, we're not seeing the breadcrumb up top. But if we scroll down and we see the category, he chose one specific subcategory, not multiple, which is kind of what I was leaning towards. And I don't believe there's going to be any other info to help us with this one. So what I would do is I would look at multiple supplements to see if, because like this has got to have happened before, right? Like,
right.
Let's type in supplement kits and see what comes up, right? So like this one, maybe not 100% on that. This one's got lots of different things in it, but they all kind of look like the same outcome of a product. Maybe this one's got some hope behind it. What I'm not seeing is lots of good BSRs on this. That's the bad news.
Oh, okay.
So lots of different shaped items, but it's impossible to say. So let's scroll down and see diet kits and systems. Here we go. So there is a kit drop down. Here's the other thing we could do. I just thought about this. If we go in the supplements and we try and hit add products and add a product not sold on Amazon, and we search for this and we just type in supplement kits, let's see what comes up. Organizer and travel kits, nah. Medicine cabinets, nope. But as you scroll down and start trying to see all the things that come up, you might find
that it's
something that
branches off, into something that's a kit.
First aid kit's still fail-boating on the actual category tree here. But if these guys are in diet kits and systems, so let's type kit system, and we're going to go way off track with some of the results here, car electronics and whatnot. But I think if you drill down, you will find something that's semi-appropriate. And if you can't, the way that I would resolve this is I would just pick whatever you think the best item is and go with that.
Okay. That sounds really good. That's actually good advice. Because, I didn't even think about they would have a subcategory kit. So you're saying maybe when you get into the vital info, it might give you several options for size, several options for count, things like that. Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, so I would resolve that one of two ways. I would just treat it all as the same item and fudge what you can, and if not, try and find a kit category where maybe it's built for your purpose.
I see.
But here's the bad news. I don't know if a kit's a good idea based on some of the data we saw. If Amazon hasn't developed the subcategory, that might be because nobody buys it. And go
ahead. I'm sorry.
Have you launched all 4 of these products independently?
Yes, almost. And the reason is that because the person who actually owns the brand wanted to do this because of a type of advertising that they're doing, advertising these 4 products as a kit. So they want it done that way. So I'm trying to accommodate. And, they have certain promotional coupons that will be going out for that kit to get a discount and that sort of thing. So I'm just trying to, live up to their expectations and make sure I start it off right and not have it yanked by Amazon partway through sales, that kind of thing. So,
well, that's going to happen to you anyway at some point. You're in supplements. But, but the way that I would probably look at this is I go through the motions and offer it, maybe even parent them together with the 4 individual items. If Amazon will let you, it may not. And then the other thought, I'll just plant this seed. Maybe don't even have this on Amazon. Maybe have this a website deal where like, hey, you can buy this on Amazon, but if you get it from our website, we give you this kit and you get a discount. It's lower price and you get this bonus item.
Yeah, I think they're sort of doing both on that. There will be an option to go to a website and an option to go to Amazon. So they'll see. They just want it covered on Amazon so that no one else hijacks it on Amazon, I guess is what we're saying here.
Got it. So it's going to have its own UPC. Other people are going to be able to try and buy it from a retailer. I get it now. Yeah. If that's the case, then this decision's super easy. You have to get it loaded and it doesn't matter if it sells.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I do have a follow-up question regarding the cubic size and unit stock recounts.
Yeah.
Going from the units, which were somewhat easier, to now going to something as a cubic size, a 2-part question. One is
super hard.
Yeah. So
Thank you, auction-based system that is about to launch in March for logistics.
I was thinking of some other issues. So number one, if I send, if there are 12 of these bottles that are inside a box that I send to Amazon, is Amazon looking at the cubic size of the box or the cubic size of the individual items, 12 individual items? Which way do they look at? Because this is going to be smaller than the actual box that it comes in.
They're going to look at whatever is stored at Amazon. This is logical if you think about it.
Okay.
How much space are you taking at FBA's storage facility? That's the answer, right? If you are selling it as a 12-pack and it comes in that box, they're going to count that. If you're just shipping in a 12 case and then they open the box and then they're putting the supplement bottles in the storage bin, they're going to count just that.
Just that. Okay, that works. Because what I was realizing was if I have usually like I'll say, oh, I have 1,000 units left that I can send in. So I'm going to pick 500 units of supplement A and 500 units of supplement B.
Used to be easy math, right?
Right. But now
you have to
supplement B is of a larger size than A, I've got to say, oh, wait.
So you're going to be running some calculus in the background.
Yeah. I can only send 400 of A and then 600 of B because that, it doesn't work that way anymore. So is that correct? Is that what I would be looking at? Something like calculating the size? Oh, God.
Yes. Amazon did not think that part through. It worked. So the system they built works for them.
Yeah.
The seller is like, what the frick? like, how do I like the back in the day, if I did a video with Ad Badger, Michael Erickson, and we made a video where we had the Avengers assembled. It was a really cool video concept of like, who would you hire of the Avengers team in each role? And we chose Hulk for logistics. Well, turns out in March of 2023, Hulk is going to be out of a job and we're going to need Black Widow because you're going to need Black Widow to understand the calculus involved of pulling off the superhuman strength move, of knowing how much can I store at Amazon. And so that's the reality. It's not going to be pretty. There's probably going to be whole new businesses that are created to do this for you. Tools will be made. Would not surprise me at all.
Yes,
it's gonna be a mess.
I enjoy the formulas. When I took over the account that I'm working now, its IPI score was 450. I've gotten it up to 757 within a year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because you just got to look at the formulas and figure it all out. What goes in the numerator, what goes in the denominator.
I found the data guy. It's Jeff. It's right here.
But
he likes
that's
Excel
my
sheets.
whole thing. When I show everybody the formulas, they're like, oh, okay, follow that. And I always use that for, we're just going to follow the data no matter what you guys suggest. Thank you for the suggestion, brand owner, but we need to follow the data. And it's been working. I mean, last time I think I'd done a video with you, we were at 100K a month and we've more than doubled that.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Congrats.
So now we're over the 200s. And again, following everything you have to say on every one of your videos is how it's done. So I just a word to everyone else out there. That's how to do it. Someone said, "Oh, you're a disciple of Stephen Pope." Yeah, I'm not a master yet, but I'm still a disciple working on the mastership. Yes.
Wow. I don't think anybody's going to give me a greater compliment than that. My wife's going to be like, "Stephen, your ego's getting too big. I'm going to have to knock you down." Well, thank you for that, Jeffrey. I accept your discipleship. I think. All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Thanks for making my day. And I'm really glad to see you and hear about your success.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate all your advice. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye now.
All right, man, that was an amazing compliment. Thank you. Johnny, coming on the show, man.
Hey, Steven, how are you, man?
Yeah. How are you doing?
Doing very well. Can you hear me well?
I hear you perfectly. You're not Donald Duck, and you're not an undercover.
Yes. Awesome. So, hey, I met with you a little while back. We're a company down in Louisiana, New Orleans, and taking over a bunch of
I'm here down in Atlanta, not too far away.
Nice. Yeah, we're taking over a bunch. We're focusing on vendors over here that specifically on food and everything. So, like, we do seasonings, different olive salads, olive juices, everything under the sun, but strictly Louisiana.
And you're in the right state to do that. That's a good place
absolutely.
To be.
And we have our own website. We market everything. It's fantastic. Everybody looks for Louisiana flavor. So we've recently taken over a vendor. This is the first time I'm actually dealing with this. Where we're having GS1 issues so we basically, here's what we do.
Issues.
So here's what we do. We go to the vendor. We're actually using the transparency program currently to take over listings for the vendors.
By the way, transparency is about to actually get good. It actually is going to start to prevent people from showing up.
Yes, and I was watching your video on that the other day. I was very, very excited about it. And they've been updating a little bit over the past few months. So we use transparency from us, well, with Amazon, obviously, but
and you used the word vendor earlier. Are you on Seller Central or Vendor Central?
Seller Central.
Okay, all right, keep going.
So basically, one of our vendors that we're working with, you mind if I share my screen?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Is that okay? Let me see. Give me 1 second. Share.
And added. All right.
All right, hold on. That's the wrong one. That's ours. All right, here we go. So fish fry. So we're getting a bunch of detail page removed.
Oh, so you are one of the special ones where they're actually going after you and removing them.
Oh, yeah.
So you're in the worst case scenario. Congratulations.
Yes. So basically what we did, Steve, is we were taking over all these listings. A bunch of them, we've taken over probably 250, getting close to about 300 listings that we're taking over.
Do you have brand registry?
Yes, brand registry, everything. They have the brand store activated.
And they bought their UPCs not from GS1, or they did?
They've told me they bought it from GS1. I sent them. I got the certificate from them, and I got like a letter of certification like that I sent to Amazon saying that, hey, us Louisiana Fish Fry give Johnny at Creole Food, give them rights to control and update any UPCs, anything on the back end for us in general.
All right. So you're 2 for 2 on what I was going to tell you to do already. So you're on the right track.
Yeah. So this is my latest response, though. And I guess I'm just, because I'm sort of, I don't know if this is another automated response, because I feel like I just get automated crap and all the certificates.
Well, they're about to renew King of the Hill on Hulu, and I posted on LinkedIn asking everybody, which King of the Hill character would you like to receive response from? And I picked Dale, and a few other people said Dale would probably just copy and paste everything and shell it out. And that's probably what happened to you here, Johnny, I'll be honest. All right, so if we look at this, I have to put my head a little closer to read it. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Okay, so let's read the response and see what they said. So I agree the case needs quicker. Flowery, get rid of this seller support. I also understand the frustration. Needless comment number 2. Despite my effort, again, we don't care how much effort this is. If vended by GS1, please provide relevant proof. You did that. Okay, so what I would do is on this response, I would reply back. Please, I would quote them. You asked, please provide relevant proof to validate the UPC. Response attached. Here is the proof. That is how I would respond to this ticket with nothing else.
Okay, perfect.
And then on the bottom there, they say, what is classified as proof? Quote that line as well.
Where you see that?
Yeah, so like those bullet points there with the asterisks where they say a copy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
So whichever ones you're providing, copy that back and say, yes, met in all caps, see attached. And then respond back to that ticket. Because what you're doing is you're quoting their language and saying, yes, I gave you what you asked for. Here it is. You don't need to respond to anything else. You don't need any flowery text response. Just say, yes, Matt, here it is. Please reactivate. Done.
Okay. Perfect. I mean, because it's for 9 of these listings, basically.
Do it 9 times. You're going to open up 9 tickets. You could even quote the same language in all 9 tickets and open it up. Let's say there's 8 other things you haven't started yet. Do the same exact thing and ask them to reinstate the product and file 1 ticket per SKU. And then after you've gone 3 rounds with this, go ahead and send a proverbial email to jeff@amazon.com, cite the cases, ask for resolution, and say, I followed your process and I can't, normal support's not fixing it.
Not helping it. Okay. All right, perfect.
And if you haven't ever done that before, just at the top of the Jeff email, just write, Dear Seller Executive Relations, I need your support doing XYZ. Here's the cases where I tried to go through seller support. Please help. Simple as that. And make sure you write that email to Jeff from the admin of the Seller Central account.
Okay, Jeff.
That way they can find it.
Say that one more time. Jeff at what?
Jeff@amazon.com. It's not actually Jeff Bezos's email. It used to be. It's now basically an escalated customer service email at this point.
Okay, perfect. All right, appreciate it. The next question.
Okay.
I filed UST trademark with y'all. Oh, man,
Thank you for being a trademark customer.
Yeah, absolutely. It was in March. Do you have like an estimated timeline for when the government will actually get back to me? Or because I have not heard anything from them since. I mean, y'all did a great job. Everything was submitted within a day, like y'all said.
Yeah. Do you want me to look it up and see where we're at with it?
Yes. What do you need from me for that?
All right. I just need to know what the actual name is. So I'm going to share my screen.
Can I do I need to put it in chat? Creole Foods.
Yeah, put it in chat just because I don't know how to spell that off the top of my head. Put it in the private chat if you don't mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the USPTO site. We're going to look up basic word and we're going to search for it. So anybody's wondering the status of your own trademark, this is how you would do it. Thank you for typing that out. Okay. So we hit enter. We did a logo mark, it looks like. Design mark. Okay. It's in a 1A status. That's good. That means Amazon will like it. And then what we're looking for is basically, so here's the filing date, April 20th. And I don't see it published for opposition yet. So it is waiting on the government as far as I can tell. But what you can do if you want further info than what I can provide here, but basically I'm giving you a non-answer and telling you I don't know. Okay. But I would say it's pretty unusual to take this long. So that's the bad news. That's the bad news. But the good news is it probably won't affect you. So if you're just trying to wonder, this won't affect you in any shape or form. There's nothing bad. There's nobody that's, filed for opposition against you as far as I can tell. But if you want to just send an email to trademarks at my Amazon guy and just say, hey, when do you think Amazon or when do you think the USPTO will fully publish this? Okay. And then you'll be able to get the answer to your question. And he'll probably tell you somewhere between 3 and 4 months would be my guess. But it
3 or 4 more months or 3, 4. Okay. And then, because the reason I'm trying to get that done is because we have listings that we do FB because I'm trying to submit to Amazon Transparency for our specific brand, Creole Foods Louisiana, and they're not accepting. We have to have our USTTDO
fully done
with a trademark number from them.
Yeah, so you can use the serial number to get to brand registry, but they're not allowing you to use that for transparency.
No.
Interesting. I did not know that.
I'm trying to because we have some listings because we do FBM for some of our items because we do frozen foods as well. So we have a massive.
So it will affect you. This is the first time that I there's a use case why this might affect somebody that I'm aware of. So yeah, I would definitely ask our attorney Niall, and he can let you know.
Okay.
But in terms of outside of transparency, I'm not aware of anything that will affect you.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Okay.
And then last question. I saw your video on the auction storage. Is that really happening?
Yeah, that was a real thing. I might have embellished my voice a little bit for that video, but it 100%. That's a thing.
Are you going to post another video for? Did you actually bid on it? Because I don't have that option.
I don't need to
on my shipments.
Yeah, I don't need to because based on what I saw is I'm not even using 25% of my storage. So as soon as we have an account use case where we need to actually bid on it, I'll do an update video. I'll post that. I'll post that on my
we send out hundreds of thousands of units is the problem. So I'm already on new vendors that we're taking over their Amazons, especially during the holidays, we were maxing out all the allocations. And we're sending another truck up tomorrow morning that's coming to pick up, and we're maxing out their allocation again. And
so you're going to be one of the guinea pigs, huh? You're going to have to go do a bid.
That's why I was wondering if you had any more info before I start having to go bid.
That's all I've got so far. Here's what I would do if I were you, Johnny. I would go conservative. So I don't, but I'll be honest, I don't actually know what is conservative. Okay. But what I would say is whatever storage limit you think you need, bid on 80% of it and bid in a dollar figure that just if you win, you're okay with paying for it. Right. So, I don't know what the right amount to bid is. I have no idea because it's an auction. So it only matters if somebody else outbids you. And in March, because nobody knows, it's going to be the most expensive month on record or the least expensive on record. Nobody will know until it happens.
So do you know if like it's going to be like so like when I do PPC for all of our stuff, I might have like a bid for 90 cents, but I might only spend 47 cents or something. Is it going to be like
if
that?
somebody else bids
It's gonna give me the
47
cheapest-
cents and you bid 90, you will pay 48
48
on average.
All right, perfect. So like my dollar bid is going to be the max I want to pay for that because I'm going to have to change my margins. I'm trying to figure out margins. Is all like
yeah. So when you're negotiating with that next vendor to bring them on, just be like, look, I'm already at max storage, so if you don't give me this rate, I'm not going to buy. That's how I would leverage it.
Okay, all right, makes sense.
But I would definitely be very careful on your month one bid. If you overbid it by too much, you're going to have heartburn.
Okay, and how like March 1st, like everybody's getting that.
Yes.
Or like how do you do you have like a test account or like how do you see all of that?
That's live on my account today.
That might be a dumbass question. So
no. So if you go to the video and you click the link at the top, what's also in the pinned comment, you can go to your own right now and see what it looks like.
Okay.
Hunter, you want to make a cameo? I'm live on camera right now. This is my son, Hunter.
Hey, Hunter.
How you doing, buddy?
Man.
Good.
What can I do for you, Hunter? You just want to say hi?
No.
You just need some daddy time, bro.
Are you
Dad's busy man.
I'm shooting a video right now. I'm not actually sure what you just whispered. All right, we'll talk to you soon, Hunter. Johnny, thanks for coming on, man.
Yes, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you later. Let me know how the bid goes. I definitely want to know. And our final guest today, with the Gator mic frame, the frame works Gator.
Yes,
on his
I got the tips for you that you were asking about.
So I think I solved it. It was the NVIDIA broadcast was causing the crackle. However, I have two problems. And the second one is when I do a screen share and I get another crackle with that unrelated to this one. So let's hear what you got.
So we had this problem. So I talked to Dave, you've met, as well as our producer, Ori. They both had this issue. And it turns out on one end, Dave was using Chrome. By the way, so using a machine, which PC or Chrome?
PC and Chrome.
PC and Chrome. The next question is, how many tabs or windows do you have open?
Well, here's the thing, a lot. Having said that, I also have 128 gigs of RAM.
But get this, when you're going to stream on StreamYard, because we use StreamYard as well, we were seeing the exact same. And so as I was listening and waiting in queue,
did you hear the sound?
I was hearing it when you're talking to other guests. So other things would come in and then.
Yes.
And so that tells me that it's on the computer side. It's not your cables. It's not the mic. It's not the amp. It's not everything else you got connected to it. When StreamYard wants to pull the data out of your computer is saying, I can't get that out right now. I get you 80% of that. And then
how do I get it to like prioritize the sound?
It's difficult to prioritize the sound. The easiest way is to shut everything down and just have StreamYard running with one or two tabs.
Did you hear it right there?
No.
Okay, it just triggered. So what we're trying to troubleshoot for the people that are like, what's Steven talking about audio issues right now? I have some audio issues that I can't figure out. And Rolando has a podcast called What the Tech. So I sent him an email and said, what the tech is going on? All right, so I'm going to try and trigger it again. Here's yeah, I know, right?
Okay, there you go. I heard it. I just heard it.
You did? Okay.
I just heard it. So I don't know, like
I just closed every Chrome browser except the one I'm currently using, the only tab.
You may have in your computer, there may be processes running on your backyard to do the task manager thing, and you may see there may be one or two programs that are hogging up some of that horsepower out of your machine, and that will solve the problem. I'll tell you because I was running into a problem, but I thought, so I went and got, like you got a nice big horse-powered computer that fixed everything for me, as well as when I'm streaming, I just have like two tabs open, the actual StreamYard
Did you hear it? It just happened on my side.
Oh, let me stop talking.
No, it's okay. No, the fact that it happens when I just open something new makes your theory believable to me.
I'm telling you, it's the computer screaming out and saying, I can't do that right now. What you're trying to do and stream out to StreamYard. I can't do it.
10% GPU, 11% memory, 0% disk, and you're telling me my computer can't maintain it.
How old is your computer? How old is your computer?
It's brand spanking new. We built this thing to deck it out. I will give you the specs. I mean, like when you read the specs, you're like, holy crap, that's a $5,000 rig, because it is.
Yeah. How many?
Yeah.
I can't see how you have 24 Chrome tabs. So Chrome is definitely and I'm sure there's some computer nerds that are probably listening.
But like
Chrome is hogging a lot
I
of.
only have like here, let's do some Inception. This is what I've got up right now, right?
Yeah.
Like that's it. This is the only Chrome browser. So is it just like
Look at all those
memory?
instances, though. Look at all those Chrome instances you've got going. Boom, I see like at least a dozen or more.
Yeah, I see that, but like, why is that happening? So okay, so that bothers me.
Yeah,
so
I just
much.
heard it just now.
Yeah, that bothers me so much. Yes, because when I change what's on the screen, so I want to spend my way out of this problem instead of try and close down Chrome.
You could try just for giggles. Use Bing or one of those other browsers.
Oh,
I know,
man,
I know, because you don't. I'm a Chrome guy as well, but after the fact, especially for streaming, I'm using Bing, and I haven't had as many issues, and I haven't that
blows my mind.
It blows.
But
anyways.
Here's the thing, though. Like, even when Chrome is closed, I still have this issue with like a screen share of a Zoom session. All right, I'm going to try it out. I'm going to do what I always, my guests always do what I say. I'm going to do exactly what you said. So next time we stream, I'll be using Edge. Oh, Edge. Like it just doesn't even come out of my mouth. I just have a hard time with this.
And the thing with Edge is you'll be able to see, because right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm on a PC. I normally like a Mac. And on that PC, I'm running Edge talking to you. You're not hearing any crackle. And I'm using a mic just like you, right? So I'm just keep talking, just listening to my voice. Do you hear any interruption at all?
None at all.
There you go. So it's going to be PC related. All your hardware's fine. Your mics, cables, those are all. It's frustrating.
Like we're talking hours of me trying to troubleshoot this.
Oh.
And I cannot believe how frustrating it is. Like, I feel like an Amazon seller trying to talk to seller support, trying to solve my audio issues. Luckily, there's guys like Rolando out in the world who are willing to give back. And thank you for your assistance on this. We'll give that a whirl.
No problem. I want to say, though, Arslan was on there. He tried to apply for a job. I want to apply for the roadie position for the college road tour when you go.
Sounds like a plan. God bless 50,000 people who have applied to MAG, and I wish I could hire all of them, but I can't.
I did have also Jeff was talking about kits.
Yep.
We do kits all the time, and go with. He said he had 4 items. Put it in as one, and go with that rather than multiple. Because if you put in 4, it gets confusing. Just go with 1, because we'll bundle a bunch of stuff all the time, right? Unless it was 10 bottles that they get in that one package, right? Like individual bottles, and you'd put 10. But he's kind of blending different things together, and we have kits where we have 4 or 5 different items, but we still count it as one for the purpose of Amazon. Otherwise, it gets too messy and confusing.
Thank you for that experience share. So I would concur with Rolando. If you're doing kits, call it 1 unit. Otherwise, challenges will arise.
Undoubtedly. Got that. Oh, okay. So here's my problems for today.
What, you're coming on my podcast to ask me questions? What is this? All right.
I know. You'll send me the invoice. You can send me the invoice.
Just because you help me with my problem, I'll help you with your problem. All right.
So we've got a couple of new CSRs, so new customer service folks. So they will take care of questions that are submitted, the Q&A, and respond to those on the Amazon listings.
Okay.
Some of them have been, actually all of the new ones have been getting a response from Amazon, and I will tell you exactly what it is.
By the way, we have a customer service course at mag-school.com. So if they're new customer service people, feel free to jumpstart their training.
Love it. And I think we've had somebody, our old folks went through that course. So
that's good.
What I would say is, if there is a way to build out, I don't know, I haven't looked at it. So I'm just if there's a way to do that for like a team setup, so like various folks under one account can do that, that'd be awesome. I think when we were looking at, they were kind of individual for individuals. So
has to be
like a
individual,
team setup for like an organization would be awesome.
I need to solve for that. I'm going to have my IT team watch this video and hear that direct customer feedback. We use Learn Worlds as a platform, and they literally can't solve that, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness. I'm sure there's something that they could do. You got to bring it up to them, right?
We're going to push them. We'll make it happen.
No doubt. So we're getting this crazy message says to post accounts need to have a minimum amount of valid purchase. This is where we're responding to a question that somebody put on the product listing itself.
Okay.
It doesn't say what minimum amount means, like a minimum dollar amount or a minimum amount period. But what's odd is that this is under our seller account, under our domain, and we would not think that under our seller account, which has several employees, under our domain name, that we would get any kind of error like that. It's as if they were an individual customer responding to this, although they're not logging in as an individual customer. They're logging in under the business account.
So when they go to answer the question in the Q&A section, okay, so this is live on the listing?
Live on the listing.
Yeah. So that's actually done at the sub-user level, not at the brand level.
Gotcha.
And that's why that's happening. So, so you could have them change their names or have them tag it. I do, but like about 2 years ago, I got frustrated with this exact problem, and they made like a change, and I can't remember off the top of my head, where you could answer it as the brand. But then we asked Amazon, and they said the trigger on these emails, they don't go to you every time as the brand owner. And when they don't go to you, you can't answer as the brand. And I was like, that's the stupidest thing ever.
It is the dumbest thing. Now, we capture that data. I don't know if it's Helium 10 or Seller Lab. One of those companies' third-party tools captures the data, and then our person goes in and does that because of what you just said. You know, sometimes we get the email, sometimes we don't. Blah, 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 blah. We want all of them. We want to answer every single one.
Because you have exceptional customer service and you know what the customer wants. But unfortunately, they don't empower you on this one. They also, so I'm looking at my old content, and I probably need to do an updated piece on this because that would be just really important to be able to have access to. In brand registry, you could respond to product reviews, and they took that away, I don't know, like 8 months ago or something. And I feel like that's going to be the section where you're going to have customer engagement maybe. So let's check this out. So I'm going to share my screen here, go to do this. All right, so customer engagements. Let's see what this looks like. So this looks like the brand follower stuff. So I have 500 followers in my brand. So this is probably not, yeah, that's the campaign creation section. So under brands, we've got managed experiments, customer reviews, engagement, which is where I just clicked, virtual bundles, referral, build your brand. So there isn't like a,
and there's no tab for it. There is nothing in Seller Central that I have seen where it lets you go, oh yeah, these are all the questions submitted.
Because like in the past, you could click on this and respond to it, like here in the portal. They took that away. So why wouldn't they have a section for Q&A? All right, dear Amazon, give me access to answer my own customer questions.
There you go. I'm up for it, and I'll upvote it 10 times.
I'm going to make that as my next social post. All right, Rolando, thanks for coming on today. And thank you for giving back to me and helping me with my audio issues. And hopefully that helps somebody else in the world too.
Hey, I know you've been on for. Do you have time for one more question?
One more. Let's hear it.
One more. Okay. A+ content.
I love it.
We created A+ content in the US for tons of our listing. The exact same content, the exact same module. It gets auto-generated into Canada. Okay. So then from Canada, you go in, edit, and then it posts. They say they go through the approval process, but it's identical. We're getting some real horse manure responses from the folks that approve the A+ content in Canada that makes 0 sense. They say, no, you can't have that logo. This needs to, and we're not supplement. You need to have the certifications. You need to have this, and this. All stuff that we don't ever get any pushback on the US side, where it doesn't seem like it fits any of the guidelines that Amazon has on what you can or you need to have before you post this content. So what say you on something like that?
So there's a tool that allows you to port US based over to Canada. Are you guys using that?
Yes, and that's where it's coming from. So we're not even having to export it out and bring it back in. It's there. Just you show.
So just make sure I understand the problem. Do you want to show me it, by the way?
Absolutely.
Yeah, feel free to bring up a screen share. So I'm just trying to make sure I understand the problem. Is what you're saying that the A+ content is showing wrong data or weird data?
No,
different?
they're not approving it at all.
They're not approving it. Okay.
They're not approving
and you're not in
it.
the medical category, so that's
Nope.
super weird. So it's not an NHP issue. How old is the original US-based submission?
Oh, some less than a year old. I'm looking for it right now for you.
Because like, I want you to show me one, and then I might be able to tell me when you're ready. I see you're sharing screen, but we're going to be inception,
right,
so I'll wait for
there
you.
we go.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go look at one of these.
So here's the rejection reason. It says first remove
the
watermarks.
Watermark. Okay. Is there
Never heard of
actually a
that.
watermark?
I'm going to show you. This is what it looks like.
So it kind of looks like a watermark with the logo.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It does look like a watermark.
Okay. But this doesn't, I mean, we've done, I don't know how many modules we've done like this in the US. This never, ever, ever, I'm talking ever comes up in the US.
So this is probably a system rejection, not a manual one. So I think if you, scroll back down, if you remove and go a little bit down more. Okay. So stop, go back up, pause there. So that X70 that's behind the product, I bet if you just simply remove that and resubmit, it'll go through. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Now you have to do that for every photo.
All right. So that's an easy fix. I don't like it because we try to keep our content the same in the US and Canada, but okay.
I got a solution for you on this.
What's that?
Do the first submission without it, then do a second submission with it. I bet it goes through on the second.
Oh, so I love you. I love
we
it.
do. We do this all the time with submissions. We're like, this makes no sense.
Man.
Why is Amazon rejecting it? Well, if you just get the first one to go through and you get the win on the board, the second time around, the system doesn't reject it for whatever reason.
Okay, so we may have to do something. So now here's the other thing. On here, they're saying here, this have to show that it's certified, validated, and must be substantiated by a note in text with certifying award body. So basically,
your
this
award,
equipment. What's that?
Yeah, your award.
So there's no award that we're saying this is the best in class, right? We're not saying that. Here's what they have a problem with. I'm going to show it to you right here. All right. This product is certified for Ring Central. Yeah. It's certified for Microsoft Teams and certified for Zoom. Now, so we did exactly what they're asking about, my friend. So and on the US side, we did not have to do this, and we don't ever. That's the thing. We don't
so
ever.
I'm going to give you the same answer on this. Cut the module, submit, get it approved.
Yeah.
Reapply the module on second submission. So it's going to be some legwork, but I bet you it goes through if you do it just like that. It'll be faster and easier than you trying to tell Amazon to accept it as is.
All right. Gotcha.
So I know you don't like my answer, but I bet it will help.
Oh my God, my friend. That's just so
insane.
Like
you told me I had to use Edge, and I can't use Chrome for my StreamYard. you have to do 2 submissions.
That's what I say to that, man. Screw that.
I know.
Make it easier, Amazon. Be the same. Look, I know it's got to be the same system, but something they're applying is different in Canada than in the US for the exact same listing. Come on, man.
I would be surprised if they even have a single seller support in Canada.
Wasn't it one of the sports shows that used to say, come on, man? Yes, that's what I would say to this. Come on, man. Yes.
Oh, man. Jeff Bezos, get this done. I know you don't care anymore, Jeff. You're just trying to get off the rock at this point. But man, seller support, you suck.
Right now, man, making it tough for my team. It's just insane that we got to go through that. But I get it. I got the trick. I'm going to pass it on to the team, and I'll let them know and see what happens. So, again, Jedi Master, much appreciated.
Wow. You can be a disciple too, I guess. A
roadie. No, a roadie. Yes.
Roadie. All right,
I want to be the roadie on the college tour. You're in Georgia. Go Dogs, right?
I've never been asked either of those questions. Can I be a roadie? Can I be a disciple? Never. That was not on my bingo card when I woke up today. So thank you.
Love it, my friend. Take care. Thank you very much. Appreciate all you do for the seller community.
Well, I will bring you on my podcast anytime you like. Thanks for stopping by, Rolando. Happy selling out there.
Same to you.
That is our show today. My name is Steven Pope. I'm the founder of My Amazon Guy. You heard from our customers. They had great experiences buying trademarks, using us for PPC, using us to troubleshoot catalog issues, designing new designs. I hope you also take advantage of that and sign up with us. You can get a free call today where we'll audit one of your listings. Head over to myamazonguy.com. and we'll help you wherever you'd like, and we'll meet your goals. It's not me against you, other Amazon agencies watching this video. It's all of us against Amazon. And that's because somebody's going to have to hold them accountable. So I'm going to be willing to do that. And I posted a letter this week asking Amazon how to fix seller support. Well, if you support me, a lot of different ways you could do this. You don't have to become a full service member. You can hit like on this video, subscribe, add a comment, helps with the YouTube algorithm. You can buy my book by typing in Amazon selling tips over at Amazon.com. And you can purchase a Mag School course for as little as $10 over at mag-school.com. So lots of ways you can support the channel. You can also, I'll share my screen and show you the book that we have. Type in Amazon selling tips. I'm organic slot #1 right there. Boom. Hope you guys check it out. Thanks so much. That's the podcast. As a heads up, I will be visiting the Philippines and will not be here next week. So I'm going to go visit my staff over in the Philippines. So no show next week. We'll see you later in February. Thanks for watching.